Good evening. I'd like to call to order the March meeting of the Upper Island Township Stormwater Authority. I'd ask everyone to rise for the pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Walsh.
Present.
Mr. Fairchild. Present. Mr. Martin. Present. Mr. Castranio.
Present.
Mr. Cochran.
Present. There are no chairman's announcements other than to inform the public that this meeting will be live streamed for those who wish to attend virtually. A recording of the meeting will also be available afterwards for anyone who cannot join in real time. I have the list here, and I don't see anyone that wants to make a public comment. Oh, we have a latecomer. Sir, do you wish to address stormwater? Grantham? Okay. No one in the public comments section then, so we go right on to the consent agenda. There are three items: the approval of minutes of February 19th, consideration approval of bills in the amount of $21,150.20, and consideration and approval of staff reports, which are the township manager's report, the solicitor's report, and the engineer's report. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. Unless I hear a negative vote, I'll instruct the secretary to record the roll call as unanimous. That would be unanimous. Under new business, we have one item. It's authorization to advertise the 2025 stormwater improvement projects. Jason, you speak to this?
Yes. So we are in a position at this point that we've completed our final design work. We've incorporated all the proposed stormwater improvements that are located in the Webercroft and Whitebriar developments as part of the Township's 2025 roadway improvement project. We are proposing about $870,000 worth of stormwater improvements between those two developments, which largely includes installation of new collection system, inlets and piping, along with replacement of existing facilities that are beyond their service life. You want to bring up the exhibit? We are currently recommending that the Webercroft North development portion of our project site be authorized in the form of an alternate bid at this time. Excuse us for a second, please. I want to. Okay, so there are several properties within this portion of the development that we continue to attempt to secure easements in order to facilitate the construction or installation of stormwater pipes. We did prepare this exhibit that's color-coded in a form to show that the areas, the parcels that are highlighted in blue have already provided the appropriate easement and agreements with the township to allow the construction to progress. The parcels located in red are properties that we continue to try to negotiate for easements. I will note that at the lower left corner of this exhibit, there is a parcel on Oakwood Drive. 7 Oakwood Drive that has just recently indicated their willingness to cooperate with the town, with the authority, and offer to sign that easement for that particular parcel. So that section is in good shape. So township staff continues to work with the various property owners. We would like to set this up as an alternate to buy a little more time. So pending a favorable authorization to advertise the project and establish this northern section as an alternate, we can further evaluate the status of this come next month whenever we have bids available for your review.
Okay, so just for clarity, the light blue has agreed up there. It will be northwest corner, and the three reds have not.
That's correct.
Okay. Must have been Phil's. He just turned his off.
Can you move that other mic away from there?
Yeah, maybe that's picking up, say.
No, it's red. It's on.
It's turned off.
Yeah,
That one's turned off, so I don't know why that would be.
Phil's is off.
Yeah, maybe just turn it on so you test it.
That's not good.
That's not good. Well,
We'll
then
get that
we can
checked.
just have you move down here. Would that be a huge deal?
We'll see. Well, depending on, if you have to top up or anything, Phil, we can also bring you the mic, whenever you need.
Yeah, you can do a handheld too.
Well,
Whenever you need to speak.
is that
We'll get
one-
to it.
is that one not working?
We'll check in between the meetings.
Some technical difficulties, pardon our interruption here. Okay, so I guess we're at the point to call for a vote. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, for clarification, are we just approving the stormwater portion of the overall?
Yes, this is just
Okay,
the
this is
stormwater
just for
portion,
stormwater.
because
Thank
the
Yeah.
Board of Commissioners will do the sewer and the paving.
Right.
So this is to do the stormwater, and we would do it with the northern section of the Webercroft development being an alternate bid.
So this is project number 5 on the sheet.
That's correct.
Yeah. So I did have a question or comment.
Okay.
The number that, and we had a meeting this morning, the monthly kind of pre-meeting for stormwater and public improvement. But the number that stuck out to me was the Whitebriar development, that degree of work, the estimated cost of $278,455. I had thought we were just looking at that, retention pond and the street in front of it and the pipe under the street, the collector box. And I don't know if you put it up on the map or the screen, but there's work replacing corrugated metal pipe. What is that, on Dewberry Circle or Court? And I guess that was like the first I heard about that. I don't know if I missed it along the way. I mean, I just was expecting a $100,000 project, not almost 300.
It's been discussed at the Stormwater Improvement Committee meeting predominantly. I will admit, our focus at this setting has been on the Webercroft development primarily. We did, with the staff's assistance, identify existing conditions in this development where those pipes have been deteriorated. It's one of those items that goes along with the roadway improvement project more so. We always do those replacements as part of the roadway infrastructure, just like we do sewer manhole adjustments as well, so that we do not have to come back at a later date and do street cuts and disturb that finished paving surface. So the focus on Webercroft has been enhanced simply because we're installing completely new collection systems within that area, and it's much more intrusive than some of the maintenance repairs that we're proposing in the Whitebriar.
So did you evaluate that whole neighborhood? You're saying then you evaluate all the piping under the roads that we're going to be doing?
Yes, that's
How should
correct,
be the
yeah.
process?
Township staff, they pull every stormwater inlet grate, and they enter into those inlets and have photo documentation of existing conditions. And in many cases, we'll use the sewer department's back truck video truck to videotape the pipes to identify those existing conditions as well. So that's something that we do very early in the process to establish that scope, so that we do have those stormwater improvements included in our annual roadway improvement project.
And how far gone is this pipe? If you have a percentage or whatever?
The lower, we call it the spring line, the lower sections of the pipe where water predominantly flows is completely rusted out. In some areas, it's 100% loss in the bottom sections of the pipe.
And I'm thinking it's 25, 30 years old. I mean, I think that
least.
cul-de-sac,
Yeah.
those homes were built in the 1990s.
Yeah, it's
From looking at the
35.
property tax map,
It's
it's-
probably 35 years old.
I had 30, but it could be. I mean, it was shown like 1994 to 1999, some of the homes I looked at. So, but it's gone, and they're almost
No,
100% in this.
there is a pipe there still. At the lower portions of it where the water predominantly is flowing are rusted out.
And that's what happened with the pipe that goes across the street. The bottom rusted out, and now we have a sinkhole because the water is just dropping straight down instead of going out into the basin like it's supposed to.
So, I mean, it was a similar condition as last year with the Meadowview development. We did run numbers on this, and due to the shorter lengths of pipe overall here, we thought it was actually more advantageous to do direct replacement in this case. A lot of the pipes are a little more shallow as well, smaller diameter pipes, and we feel that we can get in and do a direct replacement at a lower cost than doing the lining in this case.
And when you televise, you look at them and you try and figure out, do we have, 10 years of serviceable life left in it, something like that? We don't want to dig up brand-new pavement.
Right.
Ideally, not for the next 10 years. We can help it for stormwater.
Right. Yeah, the pipes are beyond their service life. You know, corrugated metal pipe is good for maybe 25 years, so it's beyond that. And there are sections, there are numerous sections of pipe that we didn't identify any problems with, and we're going to allow those to remain in place, so.
Okay. Other questions? Okay. Do I have a motion on the floor? I'll take a motion.
I'll move that we authorize the 2025 stormwater improvements for Webercroft and Whitewire, with the Webercroft being bid as an alternate bid for the north.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Once again, I'll call for a vote. Unless I hear a negative vote, I'll instruct the secretary to record the roll call as unanimous. That would be unanimous. Thank you. The only other item is a Cedar Run update, but we really addressed that.
That's correct.
Although you continue to do work upstream from Webercroft to just try and get a concept for what might need to be done up there?
Not currently. Yeah,
Okay.
our focus has primarily been on moving this project forward. We'll be in a position, once this job is out and under construction, that we will then begin to revisit the next phase and assess further improvements upstream
Okay.
for a potential 2026 project in conjunction with other improvements that we continue to be made aware of.
Okay. Any other questions for stormwater?
I should have asked earlier, but the timeline on the Webercroft Whitebriar, this calendar year?
Yes, we are going to advertise for bids, and our plan is to present you with a tabulation of bids for the next authority meeting. So then we would be in position at that time
Okay.
to make an award and proceed with contracts, et cetera, from that point.
So would it be the first or the second meeting in April?
The second meeting.
Second meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll bring this back to the authority once again, so for your review of the final bids, to provide that recommendation of approval as fit.
Okay. Thank you. Other questions?
So there'll be, how long will the bid period be between when it's advertised?
It's slightly less than a month. I mean, we'll have this on the street beginning of next week. The bid opening will be the 14th of April,
So what, 3 weeks or something?
3.5 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. I generally like the longer period. It just sticks in my mind that you may get more response. Is that accurate, or?
I don't think, the contractors have been calling us looking for this project now. They're going to, the ones that we routinely work with are going to respond and provide a bid well within that time period, I think.
So we're going to do this with electronic bidding? Is that the idea?
Yeah, that's correct. We use the pen bid platform. We're still required to do an advertisement in the local newspaper. This is a formality. But as soon as we upload the documents, it goes to all contractors who participate in that online bidding program, which is pretty much everybody at this point in time.
So they will know about it immediately?
That's correct.
They don't have to go out and look for it, it'll go to them?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Other questions? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second? Meeting adjourned.